Yo, what's up? I wanted to talk to y'all about Donald Trump's recent attempt. He has recently made a budget to cut disability benefits. Social service has secured the long-standing program to protect workers who be injured, disabled. Currently serves nearly 9 million Americans. Currently serve 9 million American workers, generally between the ages of 18 and 64, as well as almost 2 million of their dependents. So this is going to affect people that get Social Security benefits. He's going to cut he's going to cut their benefits. And this is not only for people with mental disabilities, but this is also affecting the majority of people that get Social Security benefits. Uh, so this is not going to affect just people with mental disabilities. This is going to affect also people that don't have a mental disability. People that maybe got injured at work and become disabled and can't work. And this is going to affect teenagers and senior citizens. And this is not only going to affect black people, this is going to affect Caucasian people, Hispanic people, anybody that's getting Social Security disability. It's going to affect you, believe it or not. Read it in black and white. Uh, it says known in the jargon of Washington as SSDI. The program would bear a large share of the overall cuts, with roughly 70 billion clash from its budget over the next 10 years. So this is going to affect people, millions of people. So people that voted for Donald Trump, that's on food stamps, people that's on welfare that voted for Donald Trump, what if you are black, what if you're white, what if you're Hispanic, and you are poor, and you getting government assistance, this is going to affect you, believe it or not. According to the Times analyst of federal data, the 10.8 million disabled workers and their dependents who benefit from SSDI are something likely to live in places with higher rates of injury from manual labor, including rural areas, places with production and rust belts. All are regions that largely supported Trump in 2016. So majority, I bet you, vast majority of people that were poor supported Donald Trump. You know, whether they're mental disabled, whether they're just handicapped, because they maybe they got in an accident and they became disabled, paralyzed, or something like that from the waist down. They supported Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is going to disappoint uh, them. And y'all really wanted to support Donald Trump. Y'all thought Donald Trump was really going to be your savior, but he's not. For the sake of comparison, about 45 of Americans live in a county that voted for Trump, while the Republican won a heavy majority of the counties in the U.S. Most of them have small population, but 54 of disabled people and their dependents live in such counties. While these figures capture a large portion of Americans who benefit from federal disability aid, the SSDI also benefits some disabled adult children as well as widows, widowers of workers. A separate program existing to aid low income families with uh, disabilities. So people that have family members that are low income with disabilities, and also people that don't have disabilities that's low income but they get government assistance because they have kids. This is going to affect you, and this is how it's going to affect you. Well, people for years been depending on the federal government to fund them, and the federal government to pay their bills, pay their rent, buy them food, buy them groceries, buy them even clothes. But since then, Republicans for years been trying to privatize these federal programs. And what I mean by privatizing them is making them private organizations, and where the government is not paying for these kind of programs. And you know who all set these programs up? Uh, Majority of the Republican Party set these programs up back in the days, and also some Democrats too as well. And and also they said Trump budget also proposed cuts. Experts say there are also many disabled people who neither apply for nor receive aid from or either program. So not everybody with a disability receive these programs that Trump is trying to cut. Not everybody. So it says critics argue that Trump administration proposal to class DI, one of the president's campaign promise, Well, during his campaign, if y'all don't remember, I'm pretty sure y'all can look it up and go back and look at it. He said that he would not cut these programs, not cut these benefits, and this is not only going to affect the recipients, the people that's getting the benefits. This is also going to affect the workers and the people that work for these agencies, that help provide services for these agencies. Uh, and it's a lot of them is probably going to be out of jobs. A lot of them probably going to be end up homeless or end up working fast food and retail. It's going to be a lot of unemployment in the next 4 to 8 years. I'm guarantee you that will happen. If you don't believe me, just watch. Just watch. Uh, Not to cut Social Security. Administration officials have defended to move by explaining that SSDI is not a core part of Social Security. So what they're saying is they're saying that it's not a core part of Social Security. So it's not a part of what their Social Security that they're cutting. SSDI is indeed a different program than the Social Security retirement benefit, which you know, which is true. Retirement, Social Security is like you work for like 20 years or 30 or 40 years and you draw Social Security because you retired, you stop working, and you can after you get 65, you can go back to work and pretty much go to work and make money, and yeah, um, that's most Americans think of when they hear the term SSDI, which was established in 1956, predates Social Security by 18, and draws from payroll contribute, which they're right about that, because when I was 18, was getting SSI, I pretty much started making money getting SSA, and I got SSDI, and then I got getting SSA. But yeah, both programs are administered by the Social Administration. Trump's budget would also reduce benefits to other and smaller programs known as security supplemental social security income SSI times count only those DI families receive security supplemental security. DI began Biden recent years as recipients claim shot up. 1996 and 2015, number of on the SSDI road jumped from 7.7 million to million. Federal data. The program now the government roughly in $90 a year. Republicans argue the indication of pan, fraud, and abuse and over it's on the government. It's a narrative that has been by a recent state of not only conservative media outlets, but also events like the Washington Post, National Radio. It says Democrats argue that the increase can be entirely explained by demographics over, for example, born between 46 and 1964, all their during last 2 decades. This claims closely with a makes sense that older workforce more entries. A 50-year-old as like in a 40-year-old, which is true, and a 60-year-old is most likely as a 50-year-old so, according to a 2014 report by the Center on Budget and Policy Parameters. Another major demographic shift is the influx of women in the workforce over 30 years. The number of people who only qualify are held a certain amount of years. Because I work out that work at home were not eligible from 1956 when SDI would allow 2015 the number of women in the workforce and eligible for SSI increased 140. In addition, the total U.S. population roughly for the last 2 decades, 1980 and 2000, the number usually the people between 40% to CB report. The numbers of disability benefits has increased stably. The percentage of America's benefits have collapsed much. Also, are the fact a 1983 law that gradually increased the retirement age from 65 to 60 put a SSDI since the lay workers shift from Social Security benefits, a 2014 white paper, the source noted that while demographics account for much of the SSDI enrollment over the past 20 years, resources calls for the remaining increase. So people don't want it to the debt to increase so as much as can so they can buy. But I don't know how they're gonna get that started all of this. A Trump proposal to cut the program pre-set political down for his the budget might drill tradition base been committed, but it by slashing something like numbers of America's counties. So it's like a large amount of in the county people voted for him. 45% of people in the county voted for Donald Trump, and they would give him assistance. Yep, it's going. And people really want Trump to become president. Wow. And they thought Hillary was a bad old girl. Donald Trump never did. Donald Trump was the best. Really, this because they don't worry about it. Majority of the rich people, Foodstamps, that stuff, they don't have to worry. And even that's in the middle class worry about that. I think about 60% of the class don't have to live without food. I don't get Section 8 and food stamps. But when I got food, $20 in another county, $dollars. But when I counted that, only $20 because I was working, I was making, but I still didn't get that, So maybe the budget cut is somewhat a good thing and somewhat a bad thing for most, and for other people, it's probably a really bad thing. I do feel people that are that homeless should be the only one benefiting from the program, and with disabilities as well should be the only one, not people, not because they have children, but also people that's like homeless and don't have no income, because you gotta understand that all of these programs is based upon what? Income. How much you make. And homeless people don't have no income. So they should be, that, and Section A and stuff like that, because there's no income. Because they should be the ones benefiting from that. And also people with disabilities, because a lot of people don't understand it's really hard for some disabilities people, not all of them, but some of them, to find jobs, to find good jobs, good paying jobs. I'm not talking about no minimum wage 725 job. I'm talking about trying to find a really good job, that where you can make a decent living. You don't have to worry about paying your bills. People that got kids, that have mental disabilities, so they won't have a hard time, trying to figure out how they're gonna take care of their kids. And they're cutting a lot of stuff. And I was wrong. I thought Donald Trump was going to do this because he had promised that during his campaign, and y'all can go back to it, look it up. I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere. That he wasn't going to cut these programs. He wasn't going to mess with these programs. We already knew what he was going to do with immigration, what he was trying to do with immigration. We already knew about the wall. We already knew a lot about the immigration thing, and he was going to pass bills that not only affect minorities but also affect majorities as well. So all y'all people that thought Donald Trump was gonna be this lovely savior and is gonna save you and get you rich and make you rich, and y'all gotta realize what actually Donald Trump meant about Make America Great Again. He's talking about the rich, making the rich richer, making the poor poorer. Because why would he make America great again for poor people? Not even poor white people, not even poor black people, not even poor Hispanic people. And Asians don't got to worry about that because they can go back to the country and, they have other ways to making a living. Because majority of us black people, we support these Asian businesses. So, Asians don't really have that problem. But black people and even poor white people, they, if you are making below $3,000 a month, then you poor. See what I'm saying? You poor. And it's sad to say that, but it's true. And so it's going to affect majority of the people. I think it's going to affect probably like 80% of the people that supported Donald Trump, that was low income people. Because you think a bunch of rich guys supported Donald Trump? No. Majority of people that supported Donald Trump was poor, and that was on food stamps. And they saying food stamps supposed to be a Democratic thing, but really it's a lot of Republicans that are on food stamps and welfare and Section A that takes advantage of the government. Because why would you take advantage of the government if you are a conservative? And a lot of these people are not really conservatives. These people say that they're conservatives because they voted for Donald Trump. And also, some Democrats voted for Donald Trump too. And independents, Democrats, Republicans, all that. But, and then some Republicans didn't vote for Donald Trump. So, yeah. Well, y'all, I don't know what else to tell y'all. I just think that most of us, 90% of us in America is in trouble. And we should start investing our money and stuff that's going to really add up, stuff that's going to really benefit us financially. And save our money and stuff like that, and try to, have a backup plan, because you never know. You might be on the job for like 10 years or 5 years or a couple of years, and you might get injured and you can't get uh, workers' comp, and you can't get Social Security, which is SSDI, for people that's injured and disabled, that became disabled. Uh, and it don't necessarily mean mental disabled. It could be disabled in the uh, injury form, uh, disabled. Because I know a lot of people that's not, mentally disabled, and they get Social Security, they get food stamps, Section 8, and all that stuff because of their income, and also because they're paralyzed from the waist down, they can't work, they got injured at a job, they got injured in a car accident, and they can't, work anymore, so they getting Social Security disability. Uh, but tell me what y'all think down below. Y'all might see the repeat video of this, the replay video of this. I had a good time at work for the last 5 days. Been working at this Ashley's Home Store, and I also do YouTube videos, and then my small record label, Up in the House Records. That's been Up in the House Records been doing okay. It's not where it should be, but it's doing okay. And with the job at the furniture store is going well. It's a contract job, housekeeping contract job, and everything else with my wife and my daughter is going well. Uh, we might go to the club Saturday, uh, Club Graham's, and with my brother-in-law, and we might or we might not. But anyways, uh, I just wanted to give my opinion and my thoughts about Donald Trump's budget proposal and his budget cut, and tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think it's going to affect majority of America? And are y'all worried about it? Do y'all change your mind of supporting Donald Trump? Do y'all change your mind of voting in, in the next 4 years? Because keep in mind, this budget cut is going to go through, and in the next 10 years, it's going to be affecting a lot of people, and it has an effect people know of, and it haven't affect me or nothing like that, but it will eventually in the future. So be aware, be prepared, have a backup plan, and always, leave it to God. Always pray about it, and hopefully things get better. But y'all elect the man, the people of America elect this man. So y'all knew that he was gonna do this. Y'all knew that he was gonna try to cut Social Security benefits. Y'all knew that he was gonna cut uh, S- SSI, SSDI, SS. He didn't say nothing about SSA, but the other Social Security part, because it's a difference. It's a big difference. But y'all knew that he was gonna cut these federal programs, because keep in mind, Social Security and food stamps and Section 8 program, and that's what these federal programs is all about. And he might come at the vocational type programs, where, like job type programs and stuff like that. Who knows? But he's doing a lot of budget cuts, and you know, all I can tell y'all is y'all gonna have to make better decisions on who y'all vote for in the next 4 years, or else I told y'all 10 months ago that if y'all elect Donald Trump, this world is gonna be in trouble, big trouble. And y'all, most of y'all probably didn't really pay attention. Most of y'all didn't know what I was talking about. Most of y'all didn't watch my video. Probably like 20 to 30% of people watched my video that subscribed to me, and they didn't really know it was coming. But I knew, and I really thought that I was wrong. But actually, I was wrong about him not cutting government programs. So yeah. And that's a Republican way. That's not no Democratic way. And y'all thought Hillary Clinton was this bad, evil devil, and she might have had a lot of flaws, but Donald Trump had plenty of flaws, had plenty of scandals. So Hillary Clinton wasn't the only one. Y'all need to look that up and do your research. But anyways, I don't know too much to say about this stuff. I don't really get that much government help or anything like that because I disqualified for it. I get a little bit government help, but not a lot. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. But I think those that should be really worried about it is those that really need it and those that really qualify for these government assistance programs, these federal government assistance. I'm not talking about the state. I'm talking about the federal, and also the state programs are going to probably be cut as well. But anyways, I hope y'all have a good Memorial Day weekend. I hope y'all have a good Memorial Day on Monday. And this is Friday, May 26th, uh 9:14 p.m. Central Time, Oklahoma City time. And I don't really know what too much to say about, what Trump's intentions and what Trump really, really, really want to do. But I can tell y'all this is going to come hard on majority of the people in America. Uh, and don't be surprised when your food stamp card gets cut off. Don't be surprised when your WIC card gets cut off. Don't be surprised when your Social Security benefits get cut off. Don't be surprised when you can't pay your rent because your Section A uh, assistance, rental assistance, pretty much Section A is rental is housing assistance gets cut off. So uh, don't be surprised of all this stuff that's going on, all these changes throughout the even 8 years that Donald Trump is going to be in office. And, and I know that we made a mistake in 2016, so let's not make that same mistake in 2020. When election comes back up in 4 more years, y'all need to vote based upon principle, not vote based upon Republican versus Democrat, Democrat versus Republican, independent, this and that. Who has the core values of what you are looking for in a president? Who can serve your country? Who has the experience and the integrity to serve the United States, you know, and who is going to make better decisions when it comes to all of these federal programs. And when it comes to war, when it comes to immigration, when it comes to, and we know immigration has its problems. We know that. And we also know that a lot of these people that's on getting government assistance is taking advantage of it. It's a lot of people that's taking advantage. And some of these people are working 40 hours a week for like 3 years and they still getting government assistance. I'm not lying. I can't make this stuff up. And I don't, I'm not against government assistance, but I feel like if you can make the money, then you don't need all that. And if you are able to work a full-time job, then you don't really need all that. But if you are homeless and down on your luck, yes, you do need a little assistance. Let's be honest with you. But some people, for years, took advantage of the system. Some people, for years, got government assistance and they was not even qualified to get government assistance. And they was not disabled, they didn't have low income, they was making too much money and they were still getting government assistance. I cannot make this stuff up. I wish I can, but I can't. Look it up. Do your research. Uh, and when I tell people do their research, I don't mean just Google stuff. I mean do your homework. Find out. Find out, what qualifies you to get government assistance. Call your local social security office. Find out what's some of the stuff that you are qualified, what's some of the factors that can get you disqualified. And also Section 8, find out the income. chopping or any boards cutting out or this video is moving too fast. And then y'all know why. Because I'm moving in certain positions, because I got to get up, use the restroom, I got to, do other stuff. So, yeah. And if y'all heard a click, then y'all know I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm lighting up a cigarette. So, yeah. I know smoking is bad for you, so nobody don't have to tell me smoking is bad for you. I already know that. I already know. But just as well as thousand other things in life is bad for you, but it's legal and people still eat it and people still use it, people still do it. So what the heck? But anyways, tell me what y'all think about this. Do y'all think that this is a good thing what Donald Trump is trying to do with the federal budget cut? Or do y'all think this is a bad thing and this would affect majority of Americans? And I think this is my personal opinion. Everything I say in this live stream is a disclaimer. And it doesn't mean it's true. It doesn't mean it's not true. It's just based upon what I have gathered and what I have read, y'all, and also what I have experienced throughout the years. And it's based upon my knowledge. So if y'all don't agree with me, if y'all don't understand what I'm saying, just pay attention to the uh, the replay video, and y'all would know where I'm coming from. But I'm not trying to be politically correct. I'm not trying to be Republican, Democrat, nothing like that because I'm an independent. So I'm just telling y'all what I feel and what I think, in my opinion, based upon my experience. So if y'all want to comment down below, y'all can. And I'm using my Bluetooth headset so y'all can tell the difference. When I'm not using my Bluetooth headset, y'all can hear the sound better. Yeah. And this is a website, thetime.com, and y'all can look it up right up top. It says Donald Trump budget, who loses disability benefits, and y'all can look that up. Y'all can just Google it. Just Google it. It's easy to Google it. But anyways, I'm gonna be out, and I will talk to y'all later. And have a good, blessed weekend. And I will see y'all in the next video or in the next live stream. And I also made a live stream, a Walmart blog, so y'all can check that out. So yeah, well, I'm gonna be out, and